apply what we've just said about determinants to solving a past question. So this is the NECO past question. So like I said, they've given us a matrix A. It's a 3 by 3 matrix. Don't forget 3 by 3 matrix because it has 3 rows and 3 columns. And such a matrix that has equal number of rows and columns, we call it a square matrix. Now, they say find, and they've enclosed A in 2 strokes. Remember what I said in the last video. When it's enclosed in 2 strokes, it's telling you find the determinant. So first of all, we can write the matrix again. 2, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 1, 1. And now put it in our brackets and our strokes to tell us we are finding determinant. Now remember the two methods. So for the first method, I want to choose, I'm choosing the first way now. I'm using my rows. So here should be plus, here should be minus, and here should be plus. So I will extract the element in the first row, that's 2. It's going to multiply a 2 by 2 matrix. Now this is going to go with minus 3. It's also going to multiply a 2 by 2 matrix. And this is going with plus 2. It's going to multiply a 2 by 2 matrix. Now because I'm picking these 2, I will exclude the element here and the element here. So the 2 by 2 matrix is going to multiply a 0 minus 1, 1, 1. So 0 minus 1, 1, 1. Now I'm picking 3, I will exclude the row and I will exclude the column where 3 belongs to. So I'm left with 1 minus 1, 0, 1. That is 1 minus 1, 0, 1. And of course, when I'm picking these 2, I will exclude everything on the same row and column. So I'm left with 1, 0, 0, 1. So the next thing to do is now to solve the 2 by 2 matrix. So this is plus minus, plus minus, plus minus. So you can always have it in mind that the leading diagonal will always, the product of the leading diagonal will subtract that of the other diagonal. So this times this. So this is already bringing out my 2 times 0 times 1, that is 0. Now minus, now 1 times minus 1, that is going to give us minus 1. Now minus, this is my 3, so I will also multiply this times this and this times this. Sorry, this plus 2, this times this. So this is 1 times 1, 1, minus 0 times minus 1, that's 0. Now plus 2 times, now this will multiply this, because they go with a plus, and this will multiply this, they go with a minus. So 1 times 1, 1, minus 0 times 0, 0. Now I'll come here, 2 times 0. Now minus times minus 1, minus times minus will give us plus. So this is now plus 1, minus 3, 1 minus 0, plus 2, 1 minus 0. So this is going to give us 2. 0 plus 1 is what? 1. Minus 3. 1 minus 0 is what? 1. Plus 2. 1 minus 0 is what? 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. Minus 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 times 1 is 2. So we solve this using board maths. We do our addition first. So 2 plus 2. Then this one goes back, minus 3. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 3 is what? 1. So the determinant is 1. So remember, the determinant converts a whole matrix into a scalar. So we've converted a whole matrix into a scalar, which is a single value. So that's how to find determinants. Thank you. So now we are going to be treating another past question, this time in mathematics, but it's going to apply what we said about matrix and determinants, and of course quadratic equation. So the question says find the positive value of x for which this is equal to 66, and they're giving us options. So first of all, as you know, when you are enclosed a matrix in strokes, it means we are talking about determinants. So I said for a 2 by 2 matrix, you can put here as plus and here as minus. You multiply your leading diagonal and it will take a plus, and you multiply your second diagonal and it goes with the minus. So first of all, that means first thing we are doing is going to say 2x times 3x. So 2x times 3x minus 4 times minus x. 4 times minus x, and whatever we get is what gave us 66 as the determinant. So 2 times 3 is 6, x times x is x squared. Now minus, you can go ahead to say minus times plus is minus 4 times x, that's plus. So plus 4x is equals to 66. When you have something like this, of course, it tells you it's a quadratic equation. And when you want to solve quadratic equation, you have to make this side equal to 0. So how do you make it equal to 0? You bring your 6 to this side. So we have 6x squared plus 4x. And of course, when this one goes to this side, plus changes to minus 66 equal to 0. Now at this point, you want to solve. So if you want to solve a question like this, there are many ways you can actually solve it. You can use the general formula, you can use the quadratic method and anti-case method, but I prefer to use the general formula. The general formula says you compare here as a x squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So in this case, our a becomes equal to 6, our b becomes equal to 4, and our c becomes equal to minus 66. Now our x is going to be equals to, the formula says minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything all over what? 2a. So our x in this case is going to be equal to minus b is minus 4 plus or minus the square root of b squared is 4 squared minus 4 times our a, which is equals to c, and our c, which is equals to what? Minus 66. Everything all over what? 2a, which is 2 times 6. Now this is going to give us minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared is what? 16 minus 4 times 6 times minus 66 all over 2 times 16. So we can quickly punch that in the calculator. 2 times 6 is 12. So 6 times 66, we have 66 times 6. 6 times 6, 36. Take 3 here. 6 times 6, 36. That's 39. So 39 times 4. 4 times 6, 24. You take your 2. 4 times 9, 36. That's 37, 38. 4 times 3, 12. 13, 14, 15. So we have this as 1584. So we have this going to be equal to 1584. So this is minus times plus times minus. So everything comes into a plus. It's going to be equal to minus 4 plus or minus the square root of. So 1584. When we do our 1584 plus 16. 6 plus 4 is 10, 8 plus 1, 9 plus 1, that's 10, so that's 1600. So this takes us to 1600, everything all over what? 12. So at this point, you split. So this is going to be, or before we split, we can find the square root. That's minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 1600. Square root of 16 is 4, and of course that's 40 all over 12. So at this point we split, that's going to be minus 4 plus 40 over 12. Or, so we are splitting the plus for one of it, minus 4 minus 40 over 12. So that will give us 4 minus 40 is 36. 36 divided by 12, that is what? 3. Or minus 4 minus 40 is minus 44. So we have minus 44 over 12. So 4 here is 11, 4 here is 3, so we have minus 11 over 3. So that's the solution, but we can now go and check. They ask us for the positive value of x. So we have two values of x. The first one is 3, and the next one is minus 11 over 3. So the positive value is 3, and of course the negative value is minus 11 over 3. So that gives us option C. So you see in this question we have applied this matrix and determinants, and we have used it to solve quadratic equations. So that's how you play with different topics in some questions. So don't forget to watch, to like, to share, to subscribe, so that as many persons as possible can benefit from it. And each time we release a video like this, you can also have a notification. Thank you very much.